Believe it or not, we are rapidly approaching Season 10 of Fortnite Battle Royale, as we are heading into Week 5 of Season 9, nearing that halfway point for the season in general, alongside the halfway point for the Season 9 storyline as well. And with new hints and teases being added to the map on a weekly basis, we now actually have a pretty solid idea about what exactly is going to unfold in the second half and also the final few weeks of Season 9 to lead us into the season finale event and mark the transition from Season 9 to Season 10. So today, we're sitting down and taking a look at how exactly Fortnite Battle Royale Season 9 is going to end and how Season 10 is going to start. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Simply Fortnite channel, and thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like rating on it. And now, without further ado, let's take a look at the Fortnite Season 9 storyline, how it's going to end, and how Season 10 is going to start. For starters, let's briefly focus on when Season 9 is going to end and Season 10 will start, since, well, of course, having those dates really helps out when painting the big picture here. So according to the in-game Battle Pass countdown, we have right around 50 days or so left until the Season 9 Battle Pass will disappear. However, things actually get kind of tricky this season upon first glance, because when you count down how many days are left in Season 9 of Fortnite Battle Royale, you'll notice that the end date comes down to Tuesday, July 23rd, which is completely off pattern from what we've seen for all of Fortnite history. Every season in the past has actually launched on a Thursday, and Thursdays are typically the big update days for the game as well. So if Season 9 were to come to end on Tuesday, July 23rd, then Season 10 would be starting on Wednesday, July 24th. Obviously, though, that seems kinda weird. So either Season 10 is going to be launching one day earlier than normal, or Season 9 is going to end up getting extended for one extra week and will start on Thursday, August 1st. And here is my thinking behind that. The competitive scene of Fortnite, especially the World Cup players and the bigger names in the community, have repeatedly expressed their frustration with updates occurring only a few hours before qualifying tournaments sometimes, and it just so happens that on July 26th, 27th, and 28th, the Fortnite World Cup finals are going to be taking place, and I'm just saying, if the Season 10 map updates and gameplay changes go live only a few days before the World Cup finals start, there could be some serious backlash from the competitive community. So either Epic Games will end up pushing that launch forward by a day to give those World Cup finals participants a little extra time to get used to the new map, or they'll just end up extending Season 9 so that the World Cup finals will just take place on the map that we know now. So I'd say either July 24th, July 25th, or August 1st is going to be our official Season 10 launch date, but as of now that is still left up to speculation as we don't have any confirmed date quite yet. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about the time frame remaining here in Season 9, in which our finale event will end up unfolding to carry us into Season 10. Currently, all eyes are on the Polar Peak iceberg, and I didn't realize that until just now, but that is actually a pun because there is literally an eye on, or in rather, Polar Peak at the very bottom of the iceberg above the frozen lake. In the recent weeks, we have, of course, seen the iceberg shaking and snow falling off of it during periodic quakes, if you will, hinting at the fact that because of the volcano eruption damaging the iceberg, Polar Peak is actually going to crumble. But it turns out the volcano eruption might not be the only thing pushing Polar Peak to the ground, as there is actually and literally a monster at the base of the iceberg that will eventually break out, causing the iceberg to break and crumble to the ground. And really, that is only half the problem. Sure, Polar Peak is going to come crashing down, but while that's happening, there's also going to be a monster roaming around the island at the same time, and who knows what kind of destruction could unfold then. Of course, back in Season 7, one of the main rumors going around was regarding the dragon eggs located in the dungeon of the Ice Castle, and that rumor essentially said that those eggs were going to hatch and release dragons onto the island. But then once the Fire King ended up breaking free and escaping the dungeon, the dragon eggs then mysteriously disappeared, and then presumably the hybrid skin in Season 8 hatched from them, as those eggs were later found in the volcano. But here's the thing. Did all of the dragon eggs actually disappear, or was maybe one left behind buried under the snow and ice in the Ice Castle? Because if you guys remember, those dragon eggs back in season 7 all had some heartbeats when you got near them, and prior to the eye showing up in the iceberg, you could also hear a heartbeat through the iceberg when you stood near the base of it. So perhaps did the volcano eruption actually awaken one of the beasts that lay dormant inside of the egg all season long, and is this monster that is now inside of Polar Peak actually one of those dragons from those dragon eggs back in season 7? And on top of that, how long is it going to be until this monster breaks loose? As of now, we do still have a decent amount of time left before season 10 goes live, and that means we still have a lot of time to go until the season 9 finale event commences. But seeing as Donald Mustard himself is already teasing the eye in his Twitter bio, I am inclined to believe that this Polar Peak event is going to be our season 9 finale event, even though it is already beginning to unfold this early on into the season. Take, for instance, the Cube event where Kevin the Cube rolled around the map all season long, or even the Butterfly event where we then had the whole Cube Island floating around the map all season long. I feel like we could actually end up seeing a repeat situation here where, for the coming days and weeks, this Polar Peak monster just ends up evolving and growing a little bit, but it's not going to be until later on in the season, I would say probably between weeks 8 and 11, that we actually end up seeing this event unfold and take place. Now let's talk about what could actually happen during this event that would inevitably lead us up to season 10, much like how the volcano eruption and the unvaulting event brought us into season 9. If and when this monster becomes unleashed, whether it is Godzilla like some of the rumors are saying as a little crossover event with the new Godzilla movie, or if it's just one of the dragons that ends up hatching out of the eggs from season 7, we know for sure that whatever this beast is, it is absolutely huge. Just based off of the size of its eye alone, the eyeball itself is about as big as one of the characters are on the islands, meaning the monster in total is probably gargantuan in size, meaning the potential destruction is really at an all-time high. When this monster breaks out of the iceberg, that in and of itself is likely going to cause some catastrophic damage to the foundation of the iceberg itself, meaning Polar Peaks in its entirety could come crashing down right then and there, of course eliminating the ice castle and pretty much everything in the surrounding area. Of course, then we also have literally right next to the iceberg, the frozen lake, and if that giant monster steps foot onto the lake, that ice could very easily crack and break, and perhaps the monster will actually give us access to Greasy Grove again. Ideally though, the monster doesn't step on any of the Greasy Grove buildings while it traverses the frozen lake. That would also cause some problems. You never know though, if his feet are just absolutely massive, there could be some collateral damage there, so to speak. Anyways, on top of that as well, Neo Tilted is also pretty close to the iceberg in comparison to most of the other locations on the map, and if the monster ends up heading in that direction, well, we could actually have yet another season where Tilted is in imminent danger. I mean, let's be real, would it really be a new Fortnite event if Tilted was not in danger? It's kind of a rolling gag at this point, and honestly, I'm okay with it. I think it's pretty entertaining. Anyways, that could all essentially wrap up Season 9, but how exactly is Season 10 going to start, you might ask? My guess is that the destruction of the monster, however big or small it may be, will be the initial starting points for the Season 10 storyline, as we'll have to focus around rebuilding the island and returning it to its former glory. And perhaps we'll end up seeing all the various areas that the monster destroys rebuilt in a more futuristic fashion, much like Mega Mall is now the new Retail Row, and Neo Tilted is the new Tilted Towers. I'm just saying, maybe all of this is actually going to be the start of the full-on futuristic map, and perhaps any new locations that now get added to the map will all fit that futuristic theme. With that being said though, that is effectively going to wrap things up for today's video. Be sure to let us know down in the comments below what you guys think is going to happen to the iceberg biome in specific after the Polar Peak event unfolds at the end of Season 9. Do you guys think the iceberg is going to be removed entirely, or will the whole biome disappear in and of itself? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up as it would be much appreciated. And if you are brand new here to the Simply Fortnite channel, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. By clicking that bell icon and joining the notification squad, every single time we post a new video, YouTube will actually send you a message and let you know we've gone live. That way you can be the first person to watch, like, and comment on each and every new upload. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.